Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video I'll be breaking into 5 things that you need to get your hands on this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. As always, I'm posting daily content for you guys, trying to keep the game alive, so if you want to see any type of video, ranging from money guides, content like this, weekly updates, GTA 6 news, make sure you click that subscribe button down below, as I'm your man. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Starting off with kind of a mandatory purchase. This week you can get the Railgun at the Gun Van. If you don't know what the Railgun does, well, I think that's a pretty good description. The Railgun is by far, I would say, the most overpowered weapon that your character can use while on the ground. And the reason why is because, let's say, for example, the homing launcher. If I want to take out a vehicle with the homing launcher, I have to lead in front of it, and then I have to wait for the rocket to reach the intended target. For example, if I want to hit that car all the way in the distance there, 1, 2, it almost took 3 seconds for my homing launcher to hit that car. Where we can see this vehicle coming down the street, instantaneous, right? That is a huge advantage for the Railgun, is being able to hit any vehicle at really any distance with an incredibly short amount of downtime. We got the fire truck here, dead. That's it. It's so nice that the Railgun can do this because it's just a very, very, great mission item. The Dr. Dre mission where you have to destroy the helicopter and you have to destroy a bunch of cars. I just pull out my Railgun, blow up the area. Done. The new Mackenzie Field hangar, which, has the Iron Mule mission where you have to destroy enough of the Eberhard assets so the Iron Mules will start landing. Railgun, just blow up the Jeeps, blow up the helicopters, done in a minute. It's just such an incredible tool. If you don't own the Railgun, this is like an absolutely must-have purchase. It's expensive, but trust me, it's worth it. The best part about the Railgun is that you can resupply it by going into the interaction menu and just purchasing more ammo. By simply going to health and ammo and, the ammo tab, I can fill all of my Railgun ammo by simply purchasing it through the ammo tab, which is incredibly useful. There's not many weapons in the game that can do that, especially if you compare it to something that has explosive ammo, for example. Now this here is the next vehicle we're going to be talking about, and this is the Dinka Jester race car. I love the Jester race car. It's one of my favorite vehicles in the game, and unfortunately Rockstar removed it from the game for some reason. We can see the capabilities of this car in front of us. It's got the 26th best lap time out of 112 sports cars, which is actually pretty solid, especially when you realize it's only $350,000. And as I said, this vehicle is entirely removed from the game. If you go to Simeon's dealership this week, you are able to get your hands on the Jester race car. And I'd honestly say that that is an absolute steal. $350,000 for a unique vehicle, which not many people have, and is only available for 1 week. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty important vehicle to not miss the opportunity of getting your hands on. It's really fun, and it actually looks amazing. It has a lot more customization than you'd think as well. It's got some great spoiler options. It's got a decent amount of splitter options. It's, in general, a very, very fun vehicle. For the price tag, I'd really say that this is something you'd be sorry to miss out on. Keeping in line with vehicles that are not available on Legendary or Southern San Andreas, we have the Pfister 811. This is one of my favorite supercars in the game. I just love the design of this vehicle. It's a very, very fun vehicle to mess around with, and it is fast. A lot of people do not realize how fast the Pfister 811 is, but as you can see, the vehicle is able to achieve a top speed of 131 miles an hour, making it the 8th fastest supercar in the game. And not only that, it's only 1.1 million. For the speed and the price, you really can't beat it. This is the cheapest, fastest vehicle in the game. And again, you don't need to get an HSW upgrade, so it's just right out of the gate with a normal engine tune, able to go upwards of 131. I mean, that's crazy. And I just love the look of the Pfister 811. It's based off a Porsche Spyder, which is absolutely amazing. You can obviously let me know your personal feelings and opinions, but because this is a removed vehicle, and the fact that it's so fast, and I absolutely love it, this is definitely something that I would once again recommend for any player that doesn't have to consider picking up, because once you miss the opportunity, it might be months before Rockstar brings this vehicle back for purchase, and at that point you might be playing GTA 6, so do keep that in mind. To get your hands on this vehicle this week, you're going to have to go over to the LS Car Meet, and it's going to be one of the test drive cars that you can buy. Either way, definitely something I'd recommend to consider picking up. That brings us to the 30% discount vehicles, 2 of them for today's video. Starting off, we have the Grotti Turismo Imaggio. This is a really expensive car, normally sitting at around 2.8 million, making this one of the most expensive supercars in the game. But trust me, it is worth every single penny, and with the discount this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, you can get the Imaggio for almost $1 million off at 1.9 mil, which is definitely a purchase price I would recommend to consider getting it at. We can take a look here at its performance, and you'll see immediately why it's so good. It's the 4th best lap time supercar in the game. That beats out even HSW supercars and sports cars. That's insane, especially when you realize it only goes 122 miles per hour. The moment I bought this car, I instantly fell in love with it, and it's just because of the fact it smokes every other vehicle in handling, even the Le Mans style vehicles, the RE7B, the SADRR. This thing just smokes them. I mean, you can see the handling here. It's crazy, the fact that you can turn it so sharp and still just roll around any corner. And I should also mention the Imaggio has a missile lock-on jammer, which is really nice. It means, obviously, if you're ever in a situation where an Oppressor Mark II is flying over you, it's not just going to have that temptation to instantly home in on you and try and take you out. In general, the Imaggio, one of my favorite supercars in the game. It has great customization. It's a very fun vehicle. This is a purchase that you will not be disappointed in if you get your hands on this week. And then that brings us to this, the Ubermacht Niobe, which is one of the all-round best vehicles, period. If you don't own the Niobe, buy it. It's that simple. It is expensive, yes, at 1.88 million for the base car, but it's 30% off this week, so closer to 1.3 million. Then you have to get an HSW conversion, which is another 1.2 million. So in total, you're going to be looking at around 2.4 million to turn this into an HSW vehicle, even with the discount. But trust me, the Niobe is worth every single penny. The vehicle achieves a top speed of 160 miles per hour, making it the 3rd fastest sports car in the game. That alone is crazy. Then you have to look at its lap time. 55 seconds, that makes it the fastest sports car in lap time. So it's basically the best car in GTA, and when it comes to the HSW vehicles, I can tell you for a fact that this is basically as good as it gets. It is insanely fast on its acceleration because it's all-wheel drive. It has incredibly good handling, which is kind of unheard of for the HSW vehicles. You have, in comparison, the Banshee GTS and the Grotti Italia GTO Stinger TT that are around the same speed. And both of those vehicles suffer in the handling. This does not. It's just insane. It has great customization. I think the vehicle looks really nice. I'm not the biggest fan of the BMW i8, which I'm pretty sure this is based off of, but I do like it. I think it's got a lot of customization, and if you choose the right liveries, I think it still looks really, really clean. You can obviously let me know your personal feelings about this car in the comments, but I think anybody that wouldn't want to pick this up is kind of a fool, just because of how good it is. I mean, it's insane. Especially if you're not the best at HSW time trials, this is going to make them a lot easier for you to complete. I mean, you can see the not only acceleration, but the crazy good handling this vehicle has while I'm making my way through the road here. It's, well, and into the street sign, but it's kind of wild. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, and you'd like to see more content like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.